Hello, this is yours truly, Chef Scott, and I'm going to, as I mentioned before, prepare a beautiful salmon steak, and this is going to be simply delicious and nutritious. So here you go. As you see, this is my salmon steak that I have. It's a very beautiful cut. You notice you see the congruency on the sides, coloring, very nice. I'm going to cook this actual steak here, and first of all, I want to heat up the actual pan. And so I generally put my stove like on a medium heat. For me, it's like about number 5. I'll show you just a little bit so you can just see right here. It's about between 4 and 5 because I want to get this actual pan nice and heated real good. And so you'll get a chance to see right there into the pan. And then I'm going to have some, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in it first. I have here olive oil, which is a virgin olive oil. I also put in here, which is some garlic. I have some minced garlic I put in, and that just gives more flavor to it because, as you know, the actual oil has flavor into it also. So it's about 2 tablespoons of actual oil with about half a tablespoon or half a teaspoon of minced garlic. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of make sure that it gets around in the entire pan so it covers the base of the pan so that when we begin cooking, we'll be able to have a good sear onto it and make sure that we're getting it, the whole bottom of the pan nice and involved with it. So I want to let it heat up just a little bit. While it's heating up, then like I said, I'm going to take this garnishing that I have off of the actual salmon. I have the green garnishing onto it, and then the lemon also. I'll use the lemon a little bit later on. As you know, salmon is real good, vitamin B, B3, B6, and it's good for your heart and also for your skin. So it has a lot of great benefits for salmon. So it should be getting warm. How you see it getting heated up, I don't know if you can see the oil or not, but it's starting to shrink in some. But as it's shrinking in, not only is it shrinking in, but it's also having some grooves that are in the oil so you can see it getting hot. And that's what you want. You want your oil to be a little hot from the start. Alright, I'm going to get ready to put this actual salmon in. And as you notice, I have actually the seasoning right here on the bottom. I'm not going to season the actual salmon as of yet because I won't season until I get one side pretty much done, because I don't want to actually have the seasoning cook and then fall off into the pan and not stay on the actual salmon steak. Alright, here we go. When I lay the salmon steak down, I'm going to lay it down away from my body because I don't want it to come back to like the oil kick up to burn me or anything like that. So I'm going to lay it away. As you're hearing it right now, it's starting to get hot, so you can actually start to hear some of the sizzling take place with the actual oil. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to get ready to drop it a little bit here, away from my body. There we go. And because this is a thicker steak, you have to make sure that it's cooked even that much more. Make sure you got a good, like I said, a good cooking onto it. Alright. And don't be afraid to allow your steak to just to be able to sit here. So while it's sitting here, it's still heating up. Okay, so at this juncture, now that it's been about a good 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to actually start to season the actual top so I can get ready to do a flip over on the side. I'm going to use my sea salt because sea salt is probably the most purest salt to be able to use, especially compared to the iodine salt, table salt that we see on the actual table. So I use a little generous amount of the sea salt. I also use ground pepper. And there's ground pepper. And then I always use some garlic powder. And as I always say, GP, are you with me? Garlic powder. Alright. It's already smelling so good already. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get ready to do a flipping so I can flip on the other side, because I should have a good little sear onto that side. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a utensil, one to go under, and the other to just balance it steady, so I don't have to worry about about it flipping it. So I'm going under it there, totally all the way under, flipping it away. Beautiful. And it's got some of the garlic already cooked into it also. So that's what you see, these actual garlic, the minced garlic cooked into it. Now you can either have it off or on, whichever way you like. It looks good. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that. I'm looking for that brownage, and that's that searing that took place. So I want to let it sear on this side, nice and good. And I'm going to season the same seasons: the sea salt, garlic powder, and the ground pepper. Sea salt and ground pepper. And the garlic powder. Okay. I'm allowed to be able to sit here just a little bit, and then I'm going to do a little basting. When I say basting, what I'm doing is I'm first going to take a little bit of, I have some non-salted butter, a few slices of non-salted butter. I'm going to actually put that onto it and into the oil. It's only about 3 sticks. And rub it around a little bit. And that's what I want. I want that butter flavor to be able to cook into the actual salmon at the same time. And this is what I mean by when I say basting it. Because you know this is a thicker piece of fish. So the basting it is all I'm actually putting the actual oil and butter mixed together. And I'm actually basting it onto the actual fish. I'll do that for about another 3 to 4 minutes. So it gets that flavor cooked in real good. And that's what you want. You want to be very flavorful. So as I mentioned, here I am basting the actual fish as it's cooking. The salmon steak as it's cooking on the bottom. I'm actually basting on the top also. And I'm getting, like I said, all that the good oil and the actual butter into it with the garlic, the minced garlic. So that's all flavor on top of flavor. Just going to readjust it. Now also along with that, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on it. Lemon's just going to give it even that much more flavor. And let's cook it into it. And lemon's also good for the palate. Gets a lot of the toxins and acidities from your body. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit now on low or just above low so that I can still continue to baste it. While all that flavor is being, like I said, cooked into it. Really good. So as you notice, it's got a great sear on the side, and I've been basting it now for about a good 5 minutes on each side. And I'm getting ready to take this off because it's actually cooked now. I just want to make sure I'm just getting all these flavors in there so it'll be really good, delicious, and it'll be succulent. That's what you want out of your salmon also. You want when you cut it to be really nice, and it can be nice and succulent. And not only that, it'll flake apart very easily, and it's a great presentation. Like I said, you can see the actual charring that's take place all over it, inside, around it, really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from the plate, and after I remove it from the plate, I'm gonna do my plating. And just so you'll know, I have a salad already pre-made on the side, and I'll show you what it looks like as I put the actual steak onto the actual plating. Again, altogether this takes about between 10 to 15 minutes at the most. Again, you want to just make sure that you're paying attention to the actual salmon steak, because again, you don't want to overcook it and you don't want to cook too long, but you want to keep that basting going with it, so it's continue putting layers and layers of flavor onto your actual food, and that's what you're looking for. So without any further ado, again, thank you very much, and I'll show you just in a minute what it looks like to be plated. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my Chef Scott salmon steak with salad. Simply delicious and nutritious. Bon appetit. Oh yeah. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for joining in with me today. If you're interested in purchasing recipes like the one you see here, hey, just click in the link below and it'll take you right there. Thank you.